Hey guys, welcome back to another episode in the deep playthrough of Lara Croft Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I did have a full episode before this one recorded, but I decided to discard it because I was actually looking for the last what you would call man, I forgot what it's called. It's a cage. It's somehow I have shadow cage in my mind, but shadow cage is nothing. It are these ones. It's like a provisions cage. Whatever, I will check. Supply cage, survival cage. Alright, that's the only. I only need one of them more, and then I have 100% the whole game. This is a very annoying part with lots of piranhas and stuff, and I just spent a long time just looking in each nook and cranny, dying a lot by those annoying piranhas. Noticing that my plan was to also get over here and check out this area, but afterwards noticing that you cannot get up, I think, from here to there. At least that's what I think. So now my plan is actually to get back from here and get to the camp over here, and then either explore this area or explore this area. I think this is the one with the biggest chance of success, where it may be. The city I pretty much checked out, this area I checked out, this lake I checked thoroughly out. What's this? I checked this area out pretty thoroughly, so yeah, quite a lot checked out. This jungle area did it. Anyways, let's get cracking. What shall I do? First I will quickly check whether I indeed cannot get through this area out the other way, because now I'm doubting what I just said, that I couldn't get back out, because I do think that this is the way I initially had to go. And I need to get in there, so that's to the left. Let's wait for these freaking annoying buggers. Alright, here we go. And there we are. Was a close call. I think I should have been noticed by them, but somehow they didn't. Which is pretty fine by me. And here we are, and I do think, yes, that was it. This is not the exit. I think this is the entrance, because I really don't see a way out of here. And that's weird, because the way I approached it, the order in which I did that underwater section, does feel like how it used to be, but maybe... Oh, shit. Maybe I was just imagining that. At least because of all the time spent here in the previous episodes, dying a lot. At least I do have this section down now pretty much. Although I was expecting... Holy shit. That was a close call. I wanted to say, although I was expecting some birds or fish to pop up, piranhas, but they were actually here. They almost noticed me. Holy shit, it are really pretty sharp textures, even with that DLSS enabled, which I do think does do a better job than, for instance, SMAA or some other post-processing type of jaggy removal. It's a good way of implementing AA while also keeping performance up there, because the performance is pretty good, especially considering this game also has this was indeed the exit. Now I remember this from the first time around. This game, of course, also has also check here. This could really be an area where they could hide a survival cage. Anyways, this game also has, of course, ray trace shadows. In the beginning I was like, alright, it's not that impressive. Not really sure what the difference is with regular shadows. But to be honest, there are certain scenes with a lot of foliage and thick lighting and some fog and bright and dark lighting elements. It looks quite amazing. For instance here, shadows look to the dark shadows to the right and then a bit lighter. I know the lighting is not handled via ray tracing, only the shadow, but still it looks amazing. Check it out. Really has like a natural vibe to it. And probably it's kind of a good like in between compromise. Not everything ray traced, because that could be a bit too demanding. But just the shadows. Alright, here was a document, yes. Yeah, I all went through it quite thoroughly already. It's really quite a retarded. Holy shit, I was thinking, man, is this it? But no, it wasn't. But there you can see, there is still stuff in the game that I didn't notice. Anyhow, that's pretty over the top sound effects for pigs or swine or whatever it are. Really looks like extraterrestrial, or sounds like extraterrestrial monsters. Here, that's what I mean. What kind of sound is that? Alright, yeah, I don't need to look here anymore. I'm now really overdoing it. What the hell is this? It's probably something... Yeah, that was a document over there that I picked up earlier. Alright, this area I also went through very thoroughly, or very, at least above average thoroughly. Quite certain there is no survival cage in here. But you never know. So I'm making my rounds a bit extra over here. Literal rounds. God damn it. The effort I have to put in just to 100% this area. By the way, the footage that I discarded, it was not only that underwater section, but still, I don't think there was really that much missed. Maybe what could have been missed, I'm not really sure, is getting back to the auntie of Abigail, who to conclude the DLC of The Forge, which I did in the, I think, before last episode. That's actually one thing that I did at the start, I think, of the discarded footage. But yeah, so I could leave that footage in anyways, just for completion's sake. But to be honest, I don't think it's worth it, because for the rest it really is like 40 minutes me just, yeah, like I'm doing now, checking out the game world, which could sometimes also be fun to watch, but in that underwater section, I didn't think it really was. Beautiful lighting over there. But I will, yeah, I will check it out whether it was indeed quite substantial, because of course I do want to have. Initially I thought in that discarded footage it was all just me roaming about finding collectibles. But if there actually is also footage in there, yeah, just the gameplay footage, new gameplay footage, like concluding that DLC. Alright, this is the jungly section, the jungle section that also possibly could have a survival cage. So let's quickly run through it. But yeah, if it indeed has new gameplay, maybe I cannot avoid putting it in there anyways. Then I will maybe just make a note that the last 30 minutes is me just trying to find a collectible. Because I'm not editing my footage. I'm not editing stuff out. I am really uploading it as I record. Point one, it's quicker for me. Editing takes quite a lot of time, processing it. Or I'm not sure what it's called. It's like I don't remember what it's called, but unpacking or repacking or something that costs quite some horsepower and time, and it also, the more you do it, it does lower the quality of the final output, and you want that as high as possible, considering that YouTube itself also is not the kindest for quality. I mean, it gets downgraded quite a lot. Hey, there's a door that I didn't open yet. Why? Holy shit, why isn't that marked? I do know that there were things that I had to keep in mind, but I thought I had them all, but no, I did not. Nice. But anyway, so I'm not editing it, so that's the reason why if I have like a bad episode, if there's nothing new in it, yeah, it's better to simply not upload it at all. But with the previous episode, as mentioned, I will check whether it's relevant enough. If there's some new gameplay content in there, with the conclusion of that the Force DLC, to put it in there anyway, despite there being some boring swimming parts as well. Alright. God damn it. What's this all? God damn it, I was hoping for a survival cage here. Yeah, and this is a challenge tomb. I'm not sure whether they will also be in challenge tombs. I don't really want to tackle a full challenge tomb now. Often, if you get in there, you have to run them through them fully to be able to exit again. Unless there is like a campfire in the middle. Weird masks in like a clump of mud. Yes, all pretty weird to be honest. Hey, what was this?
All full up. Can't carry anymore.
Alright, alright. What was this? Let's on the way back. Maybe check out here indeed. Did I check this already? On the way back, let's also check out a bit higher up. Could also contain survival cages. Man, this really is so reminiscent. I've said it a couple of times earlier, but to Snake Eater. Amazing. What the hell? I don't think there will be a survival cage on top of the tree, so I will just leave it be. These are like all tree houses. And again, I went through it for like the gazillionth time quite thoroughly. And there's nothing here. Holy shit, these leaves, it all looks so nice. The water reflections, they do look a bit barren or dead. Almost like it's autumn. But we're actually in the summertime, I would think. If you look at this, so it could just as well be a winter / autumn setting. Alright, and from here on out I also went through it thoroughly enough, so I'm really lost. Except for the one section that I did not really explore, which is where we are going right about now. Yeah, or it's somewhere in the city, but even the city I explored pretty thoroughly. So the idea is to get over there.
Si le interesa, tengo algunas cosas para comerciar.
And there's nothing here, I hope. Never know. Let's check it out. Trying to cover as much distance or ground area, because as mentioned, you cannot see survival cages. They're buried below the surface. Only way to notice there is one is either if they're marked on a map, or if they're if you just walk around and suddenly a button prompt pops up. Alright, I think this is the way where we have to go. I was here quite recently even. But then I really was focused on one specific item that was on the map. Or is this actually where I need to go? I don't even know. Whatever. Oh. Whatever. The diving mechanic is executed really well, I must say. Also, maybe check out here. It could also be. Anyways, the last time I was here, I think it was here. I was really way more looking for a specific item on the map. So I don't think I really tackled it in a broad manner, like I will be doing now. Come on, Larry, you made it this far. Ooh. Question is, shit, I'm in the wrong area. This actually comes to the same area where I was before with, I think also an under, man, annoying. I already think I tackled this area also really thoroughly. With a couple of eels here. Yes, I did this also already very, very thoroughly. I even remember it. Well, normally these areas I don't remember at all, at least the layout not, because they're so confusing. But this one, because I've been through here. That often, pretty much have the layouts down. God damn it. Oh man, annoying. This is really the gazillionth time I'm doing this one. Looking for different things all the way and ending up each time and ending up here way too often. Damn it, Lara. I pressed the jump button. But like more often, it didn't register. Okay, here we go. Woohoo! Here we go. Trial of the Eagle. Don't want to be here because we want to find the items of Cuckoo Khan or you. Man, I forget it always. Kyukai Yukon. Kuwak Yaku. This also really looks like an area where there could be item, but no, because this one I already completed 100%. Sorry, had to drink some tea. Alright, we will be going not here. That was, I think that I already checked that out. This is where we want to go. So let's go back to the village. Here we are, and now hopefully get the correct, oh man, going in the wrong direction, pathway. Oh, what was this? That's the only good thing of fast traveling. Sometimes the goodies, like salvage and stuff, they respawn. Alright, here we go again. And by the way, if the... That's where I just went left, which was totally the wrong area. If the survival cage won't be here, then I'm really lost. Then I simply have no idea where it is. Or then it's maybe like in a totally illogical location, like on a wooden or a stone surface, which doesn't make sense because, and which I also didn't explore that well, because usually Lara is is digging up the survival cages, and you cannot dig, at least not with a shovel, into stone. So I really am, mostly also from experience, those survival cages are in earth-like soil, sand or mud or whatever. So this could actually be a place, but I think I even already checked this out. I'm just doing it to be thorough. But no survival cage here, people of the good life. So that's the first section down. I'm not really sure, but somehow I have the feeling that there is a chance it could be here, but in this general area, but I'm not sure. I think that's where we came from. I do need to be a bit thorough here, because I do want to have the feeling, or I want to avoid the feeling afterwards that I went through it possibly too quickly and have to redo it again if I don't find anything at the end. No, I'm pretty convinced there was no survival cage there. Here we go. I think this could be an area where there is another survival cage, but on the other hand, I did... that was this one over here. That was on the map. There was one here on the map. So that means that if that one was on the map, there probably won't be another one here. Otherwise it would have been on the map as well. It's still really weird as well that that last survival cage simply is not on the map. Either I missed a map somewhere, or there simply are two survival cages not marked on the maps. I do think is the maps being counted? No. Maybe I lost. I missed a map. Could be. Probably I did. Because here actually, where was it? Yes, it was. Where is the item. Supposed to be maybe here, that black spot over there. Yes, I think that's it. That was a survival cage. That also really indicates on what random places they can be hidden. But indeed, if there is one over there on the map, then chances are minimal that another one will be there. Not on the map, I would say. And the area there seems to be locked off, but let's check that out just to be sure. Man, so annoying. I'm missing one stupid little thingy. Nope. Cannot get through here. Alright, that means I'm pretty much screwed. As I really have no idea where to go. Or where to look further for a freaking survival cage. I do have still some section to work my way through. But I would say, if this one was marked on the map, this is more or less the same area or sequence. And probably any others in this area would have been marked on the map as well. So I think the chances are quite slim that there would be an unmarked survival cage in this area. But you never know. So let's strut on through. You never know. Hello. Alright, there are two things that could happen. That hopefully would happen. One of two things. Either I stumble on the last collectible, the survival cage, or I stumble on the map that contains that survival cage, its location. Again, looks quite Metal Gear Solid-y in my book. Like a radio tower and stuff. Of course, all a bit more flashy graphics. But still, even though it's retarded low resolution and stuff, it still holds up there, I think. Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. And gameplay wise, it's actually even better than this. So much more options to explore. So much more charm. So much more impactful story. God damn it. That looked like a wall. That's actually pretty cool. You can walk through here and they actually move about like a curtain. Man, this is where Oh, hitting the marker. Guys, I will be continuing in the next episodes. I really hope it's over here. This is really where I, expect it to be. But probably it won't be. But we will see in the next episode, guys. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, a share, or maybe even a subscribe. And for the meantime, do keep on gaming. See you later.